The most obvious ones are my ivory bracelets, ivory ornaments, and the piercings that allow me to wear my facial ornamentation are actually portals into the psyche of the ancestor. Now, the ancestor is not just human, but the ancestor is the nature of all the elements, the 5 elements: earth, fire, water, air, and the abode, which allows for the existence, the space which allows for the existence of the 4 elements, ether. So, or you might call it Akasha, which is the abode or the space that the 4 elements exist in. And as we understand the importance of being in harmony with, being in a conscious unity with the elements, then each piercing and each artifact or material that is made into artifact also carries, because of its energy, a certain connection to certain psyche. For example, the earlobes. When you pierce the ear like this and you stretch it, there's a nerve ending or meridian in the ear, okay, that passes through the ear into the spinal column, and then at the base of the spine causes the rising of cerebral fluid. This cerebral fluid then puts pressure on the base of the skull, which in turn stimulates the pituitary gland, which is in the soft spot on the top of the head, and then that triggers the pineal gland. Well, the pituitary gland has to do with the acquiring and the development of an intellect. The pineal gland has to do with the awakening of the consciousness from the awakening of the intellect, the development of the intellect. So that happens as a physical means, simply by piercing the ear. When you pierce the nose, the septum of the nose directly connects to the prostate gland for the man and connects to the uterus for the female, for the woman. And this also has to do with the consciousness that these organs are imbued with in the process of procreation, conception and procreation. The lip plate, which I have an upper lip plug that is done in northern Africa in an area called Chad, and then the lower lip plate, which is done not only in Africa by women, but done in Africa, in Central Africa, by men, but also again done exclusively by men in the Amazon basin of South America. And what that is a connection to the psyche of the ancestor and brings about the stamina necessary to be a successful warrior. Therefore protecting, safeguarding not only the soul, but the psyche and the consciousness of every living thing. The bottom teeth, this is traditionally done by Maasai, the Maasai tribe. And it represents the suckling of the child, so that nothing can interrupt the suckling of the child to the mother. And since the mother is that which sustains everything, the mother is symbolic of the universe that gives life to everything. Milk is symbolic of the life force emanating throughout the entire universe in order to sustain each cosmos. The facial moko, or tattooing, from New Zealand is that which is done by the Maori of New Zealand, and that is, as all tattoo is, the carrier message of the spirit of the ancestor. That's the reason it's done. So again, it's a great honor to have these things as one's experience and to understand their meaning without just becoming culturally addicted to what's popular or what's considered to be cool, but to actually have an understanding that gives a depth of meaning and reason to it based upon cultural identity.